Alright guys, so welcome back to another video section, and in this video I want to show you how you can create and manage certificates on your platform, on your Flex platform. Alright, so when you enroll a student to your platform, you don't want it to be a situation where after a student takes a course or a section, he or she has nothing to show for it. Alright, so providing a certificate for your students will help authenticate your courses more. So I'm going to show you how you can create a certificate so that when your students is done with a particular course or a section, they have taken the test that is attached to the classes in that section, they can now access a certificate that they can download and show to the world that they have completed that particular course or section on your platform. All right, so let's get into it now. So if you check the sidebar on your dashboard, you get to see that one of the options we have there is the certificate options. All right, so I'm going to show you. When you click on it, we have three options right there. The first one, which is the create certificates option, the second one, which is the manage certificates option, and the third one, which is the track certificates option. So when you click on the create certificates option, I'm going to show you the steps that are required for you to create a new certificate. Okay, first thing we need to do is we need to give our certificates a name. All right, so I'm going to give the certificate a name: affiliate marketing certification. All right, so I'm going to give that certificate a name. I'm going to choose a course or a section that I want to attach the certificate to, so that only students who have taken part in that course or section can access the certificate. So I'm going to choose the affiliate marketing 101. And as soon as a student enrolls for this particular course and completes it, he or she can access the certificate. All right, so you give the certificate a brief description. So I'm going to paste the text I have here. Okay, I'm going to just say this student has proven to be knowledgeable in affiliate marketing. All right, so as you can see, that is a brief description of this particular certificate, and then you can enable the certificate. You can choose the certificate to be portrait or landscape. I'm going to choose landscape because that's the regular way certificates look. You can choose portrait if you want to. You can now choose a maximum number of downloads that you want this particular certificate to have. Let's say you have 20 students enrolled for this particular course. You can choose 20 maximum downloads. All right, or you can choose 10 if you want to. If you have 10 students enrolled, you can choose 10 maximum downloads. All right, so as soon as you've done that, you have to choose an image for your certificates. You can see we have a specific size for the image, and then if you have such size on your system, you just have to choose it. Okay, so I'm going to choose that image right here. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to choose this one. All right, so as soon as you choose an image, all you have to do is to click on the save button right there just below the image, and then the certificate is created. All right, so as you can see, I don't know, it's very faint, but I want you to focus on this section of the certificate where some details are listed. Okay, the first detail we have there is the student's name. The second one is the section name. The third one is the section start date. The fourth one is the section end date. The fifth one is the date the certificate was generated. The sixth one is the company name, which is my name, my company name. And the seventh one, I think, is the certificate number. All right, these are the details that this certificate will get to contain. Now, you can choose if you want to delete any of these details or if you want to increase the font of any of these details. Now, to delete any of these details here, all you need to do is to click on the options button right here. Okay, you can see the options button right there. If you click on it, it toggles this section. All right, this is where you get to choose the details that you want to erase from this certificate. Let's say I want to erase the first one, which is the student's name. You just have to uncheck this box and it disappears, and then the certificate will not contain the student's name. All right, So if the student's name is Isaac Franklin, it will show Isaac Franklin here. If it is John Doe, you get to see John Doe here. All right. So I'm going to check this box because I want the student's name to be available. The same thing applies to all other options. You can uncheck them if you don't want them to be available on the certificate, but I'm going to check them. All right, because they have to be there. Okay, so if you want to increase the font of the first option there, you want to increase the font of this particular option, which is the student's name, all you need to do is to select that option here. You click on this drop down menu, you select the student's name, and then you can increase it by clicking on the up arrow here, the top arrow, and then the name increases. All right, when it gets to a desirable size that you want it to be, you can stop clicking it there. All right, and it remains that way. If you want to increase, let's say, the company name, you just select the company name here, and then you do the same thing to increase the company name to any size of your choice. The same thing applies to all other options. You just have to click on the drop down menu, select that particular option, and then you can increase it by clicking on the top or the top arrow, or you can reduce it by clicking on the lower arrow. All right, so that is it. And if you've made all these changes and you think you're not okay with the way it looks, you can click on the reset button right here to reset all the changes that you've made to their original format. All right, so as you can see, everything has gone back to the way it was. Now we have a list of options right here. If you look at this place, you can see we have a list of options. I'm going to talk about them now. The first one is the details option, where you can make some changes to the details of the certificate. You can even change the image if you want to. The third option there is the mandatory classes. Let's say before a student who is enrolled in this course can get to access this certificate, you want them to go through a particular class. Okay, you want them to must have gone through that task before they can access the certificate. All you need to do is to select the mandatory class, and then that does the work. If you want them to go through a particular mandatory test, you can click on the add button to add that test to the mandatory section. And then before a student can access the certificate, they must have gone through this mandatory test or mandatory class. We also have the mandatory homework section. As you can see, I don't have any homework created. I'm going to show you how to create that very soon. But if you have any homework created and you want the students in this particular course to must have gone through this homework, you just have to select that homework as well. And as soon as you're done with this, all you need to do is to click on the save button right here so that the certificate can go live. All right, so you click on the save button and the certificate is made available to your students. All right, so the next option there is the manage certificates option. When you click on this button, it takes you to a page where you can manage all your certificates. All right, you can view certificates that you've created, you can delete them, you can make changes to them as you wish. And the third section there, the third option there is the track certificates option. When you click on this section, it takes you to a page where you can now view how many downloads your certificates have gotten. All right, you can view the students who downloaded them, you can view how many times each student downloaded them, and the rest of that. All right, so that is the details that comes with the certificates. And if you have any further questions, do not hesitate to contact the support desk, and we will be there to take care of the questions you may have. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.